What's up with it, La Familia? Happy Sunday. Just had to pop in real quick.
J-U-S-T-J-A-E, fake niggas free, M-O-B, first lady on the panel, just J, this the channel, when you're watching, gon' sub, hit that like, leave a comment, respect what she all about, haters gon' walk it out, a lady, be a lady, right now, bitch, close your mouth, a Midwest gangster, thuggin' in the South, a princess from Chicago, ATL queen, pull up on the shoulder, she the hottest in the city, she a badass bitch, yeah, that thing seem pretty, roll it up, light it up, we just wanna smoke and ride. If you look into her eyes, she'll leave you hypnotized. Soft spoken when she talk, don't get it twisted, She got lady too bold, yeah they with it, And it's you too street, she ain't come out here to play. Niggas like, who that is? That's my homie, just Jay. Sad.
What's up with it, La Familia? Happy Sunday. Just had to pop in real quick.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Montrese. So, let's get right into it. So, there was a recent video that came. TMZ put out a recent video of a guy holding a gun. And he's a person of interest now. A witness came out and said that none of this happened over a dice game. She said it happened in the Fifth Ward. It was an argument that carried over to the dice game, and no one had a gun but Jay Prince Jr.'s people, because they wouldn't let anybody else in with the pistol. So it's almost safe to say the witness is letting Quavo off the hook as far as being the reason for the whole altercation. She also said that Quavo and Takeoff was trying to de-escalate the situation between two other people that were arguing. So let's give Quavo a little time to mourn. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring up a new. And also his cause of death was he was shot in the head and in his torso. Okay. I know, right?
Ruling the death of Migos rapper Takeoff a homicide. Houston, Texas Medical Examiner's Office is ruling the death of Migos rapper Takeoff a homicide. An autopsy reveals he died from gunshot wounds to the head and torso into his arm. The shooting bringing attention once again to the number of hip-hop artists killed in gun violence this year. We spoke to a colleague of the Atlanta rapper today to get his perspective.
Everybody doesn't love these artists. A lot of people have deep-rooted hate for their success, and it's a difficult place to be when you want to
Hey,
spread
Tracy.
love, when you want to be amongst the people, when you want to share your success and give people a great smile on their face or the opportunity to meet you and take a picture with you.
A Georgia State University professor and colleague of Takeoff's argue that it's not the industry itself that's attracting the violence. It's the bigger issue of gun access in general. We'll get into that debate inside this story on 11alive.com.
I can agree
We're
with
learning.
that. Uh-oh. I could agree with that as far as the gun laws. A witness knows. A witness told her account of the story. She was right there, standing right next to a guy that was holding a gun. I can't think of his name. Give me a minute. But they weren't. She said only people was let in with guns was Jay Prince group. I don't even want to say their name. But his last interview, it was hold on.
Our coverage this morning with.
Well, I wasn't there, but she seemed pretty sure. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find, because she's anonymous, because she said the Prince family knows her, so she didn't even want to be seen on camera. Hey, Valley. Give me a second to see if I can. Find the video of the witness. I guess Offset's response to the public was changing his picture to Takeoff. I can't imagine how they feel. Takeoff is the reason why they became the Migos. Hold on, I'm just trying to find this, see if I can find the witness. Okay, here it is. Yep. They tried it once, but as you can see, if you don't know about it, then it wasn't probably true.
Details about this Takeoff shooting, make sure you like the video and subscribe. We got an eyewitness
Salute
now.
to Never Gave Up.
Before I even get into this, I know a lot of y'all been hearing about these Houston politics, Houston crime family or whatever. Well, that's because Jay Prince Jr. actually threw this private party where the dice game took place. It was his bowling party. He posted it on his Instagram story. You can check it.
Also, that wasn't him that walked. That was his brother or a family member. He didn't walk past the body. That wasn't him.
It out. He even deleted a post where he said Quavo and Offset was on their way. Now, let's get back to this eyewitness by the name of Tricia Angel on Twitter. Now, she's the one where the text messages came from. Remember when I was talking in my last video about Quavo getting upset about a dice game? Well, those texts came from her, and she gave out a lot more information. Let's get into it right now. I'm going to speak on this because I feel like I got to. I was there right next to Takeoff, and she wasn't lying. She was right next to Takeoff. Let me show y'all this picture. This is her. You see the little hat? So you see her? She got her little cheeks out. Let's get back to what she was saying. I was right next to Takeoff. They wasn't arguing about shooting dice. Quavo was pressed and Takeoff was hit by a stray bullet. Shot for no reason. RIP Takeoff, he didn't deserve that. He was to himself the whole night. And look, I believe that because that sounds like Takeoff's personality, just sitting back in the cut, being quiet. Now let's continue. She said,
I noticed that Offset and Quavo gamble, but he would like be at the game but not being involved in the game. Excuse me. I noticed that from the clout chasing video that Blueface put out allegedly.
I didn't come on here for clout. I'm sad. I watched somebody who was out of the mix the whole time get killed on accident. They wasn't arguing about dice. Takeoff wasn't even shooting with them, all right? So she's saying that Takeoff wasn't shooting dice with them. We already kind of heard that too. She continued. She still was talking about how they wasn't arguing over dice, but she said they wasn't arguing inside. It started 5 minutes after we got outside. We was finna go to the strip club. The argument started off as a joke and then escalated. Everybody was just outside taking pictures. And look, that sounds believable too. You know, you could be gambling. Next thing you know, niggas taking shots at each other and
My
they
bad, I'm
laughing
talking
at
on
first.
mute. I forgot what I said. Oh, remember I said that she said it started at Fifth Ward. Keep that in mind, because she said this started outside and continued to the inside. So it's kind of matching up.
Niggas start getting personal, then all of a sudden it's like, what you want to do? You want to scrap? You want to do? And you know, in 2022, niggas be like, we don't fight. Every time somebody talk about fighting, you always notice it's always one nigga talking about we don't fight. And you know what that means? Like, yeah, we got the strap, all right? So let's continue. What was the joke? So somebody wanted to know, like, what was the, you know, it started off as a joke and then it escalated. So somebody was like, hey, what was the joke? She said, I guess Quavo be in the ring and a dude made a joke about fighting him and he got offended. Now imagine you gambling, y'all shooting dice. Next thing you know, niggas want to fight and then, you know, Quavo, he the athlete. So he gonna be like, yeah, I can box, I can do everything, right? So obviously,
that's what I keep saying. Like, why were they shooting dice? But that obviously they have a problem. They can't take the street out of the nigga. But yeah, they could have went to the casino. It would have been a little safer.
Quavo got offended by the boxing joke, all right? According to Tricia, all right? Tricia also said they wasn't arguing inside. It started from the club. Okay, hold on. We read that already. What else? All right, so that's pretty much it. This is just another picture of Tricia. Now, we getting more details about this shooting. The police, they really don't have any leads right now. They ain't even picked up no bullets for evidence. They just did a press conference with the Houston Police Department. they're begging for information. And I'm not gonna lie, this Reddit page, I think it's called Atlantaology. Them niggas is on the case, all right? They even got a suspected shooter.
Hey, Mike.
Apparently, somebody went live and claimed that he was shooting. Now, he didn't say he shot Takeoff, but I guess he said he was involved in the shooting because remember, it was people shooting at each other. It just wasn't one person shooting.
This something else that's starting not to make no type of sense. Because like you said, Montrese, it's the different stuff keep coming out. And you're right, Aaron. It is all sad because I could just feel that he had a good spirit. And like we was talking about earlier on Shano page, I do believe people feel when they're about to pass because of people that I know passed and the things that they've done on the day they passed. It was like they was making amends, and it's just I feel like they feel it in their spirit.
It was a back and forth, but I don't want to put out that name or anything. This is all alleged. I'm not gonna come out with no accused shooter until we got more details, but I just want to let y'all know what's going on thus far. All right, so let me know what y'all think about this situation. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.
I heard a witness that said a little bit more, but it was the same witness, so I don't know. He read her tweet, so anything different I think they said is that Takeoff and Quavo was trying to de-escalate it, but everything else is what I saw. Yeah, it's sad. So hold on. Let's talk about how they started. I know it's always gonna be like that.
Goes for the first time, I want to introduce you to the trio and to Takeoff through the lens of the fans. This tweet says a lot of black stars and rappers are in mourning right now, but Migos' popularity went beyond that into pop culture, becoming the music of a generation, prompting other artists to follow their style. This tweet goes on, Migos has been around since 2008. We're talking nearly 15 years of influence. 2008 is when Takeoff, his uncle Quavo, and cousin Offset formed Migos, releasing the viral hit Versace. The group put out a trilogy of albums called Culture, Culture 2, and Culture 3, the first two of those hitting #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart. They also had 43 songs make it into the Billboard Hot 100. And as much of an impact as this is having on fans, rapper and streamer Juice Wayne brought it all back to family. He says Offset lost a brother he'll never get to fix things with. Quavo lost a nephew. Rap lost a good one. All this bloodshed, he says, for nothing. If you're looking for more background on Takeoff or Migos, keep an eye out for this article on khou.com.
talking my ass off. I don't know what the hell y'all didn't hear because I was just really talking. Oh my God. I asked y'all, have y'all heard about I'll Be Sure? Like he been sick for a little over a year. And he just got out of a 2-month coma from an unknown illness. Okay. That's crazy.
Deal with that. But you know, hey guys, we just got news from both Al B. Sure and his son that Al B. Sure had been in a coma for the past 2 months. Now today is his son Quincy's first his birthday, and posting on Instagram, Quincy said that it's been that he was thanking everyone for the birthday wishes, but he'd been in and out.
And I didn't hear about it either. I think I kind of like seen something that he was sick before, but I didn't pay it any attention because you know how people be having clickbait. This man been in a coma for 2 months.
Out of it because his dad had been in hospital for 2 months and has just made it out. So he's in a better place now, but it's been challenging him to deal with that. But he's really happy for his birthday and for everyone's birthday wishes. But on his part, it was great to see Al B. Sure himself update the post. Al B. Sure said, happy born day to my son, my oldest king. Always consider it an ultimate blessing to experience another period of revolution, another trip around the sun. When I recently opened my eyes during my hospitalization.
I mean, he like sick, and ain't none of us heard of this. That's crazy. He was, I hate to say it, he was the main one speaking out, but
you sent such positive shockwaves.
It's the truth.
Al B. Sure had been struggling with, I think, an IBS for some time. He had posted his journey in hospital where he had been going for checkups, getting fluids out of his system, and he seemed to be making a great recovery. He actually took part in a celebrity boxing match early in the year, and he was really getting ready to go further, and he had been training for that. But a couple of months later, he posted a video of himself in hospital with his good friend DJ Eddie F from Heavy D and the Boys, being there with him, taking him into hospital and being there for his checkup and things.
IBS is irritable bowel syndrome.
He had been silent for about 3 months. Normally we get posts from him, but for 3 or 4 months he had been silent, so it was kind of worrying, but we didn't know if he had stuff going on in the background. And we just really pray and hope for the best for Al B. Sure. And actually comes at a time when Al B. Sure was the one that broke the news that Christopher Williams was in a coma a year and a half ago, and Christopher, as you can see in videos, has made a recovery. So we're hoping and praying for the same thing with Al B. Sure, that he makes a full.
I don't want to say no names, but do y'all really think that man that powerful and that scandalous? Because it was something about Christopher Williams and him too. Somebody's supposed to walk in on him, and Kim's supposed to walk in on him and Christopher, her baby daddy, and Christopher Williams. Not this one. This was her ex-husband.
Full recovery and really gets his health back on track, because he has so much positive energy that he gives when he's around. So if we get any more updates of what's happening, I'll definitely share. But as I said, our thoughts and prayers are with Al B. Sure and his family, and especially his son, who shared the news with the world that his dad had been going through what he'd been going through.
Because none of us knew. I'm finna go get him his flowers.
Okay.
Come on.
My nigga Al B. Burner. You know what it is. I'll be sure.
Devontae.
I ain't even looking right now. Oh, you can't
look, you're looking right now.
That's a little pretty boy ass nigga
different.
trying to put me on this motherfucker, nigga. You get
Hey,
on this
big
shit.
dog.
Listen, hold on. First
that
of all,
nigga know he family. That nigga been, come on.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I don't know what
Big dog, did you know Al B. Sure was sick for like about a year now? And he just got out of a coma 2 months ago.
The bottom line is this: it's Devontae Swing. Okay, listen. You say the name Quincy Jones, you say the name Teddy Riley, you say Devontae Swing, you say.
Don't give me props like that. I'm not one of
I know you're not, but that's my job. That's my job. Come on. Come on. We done spent so many days in the little room, built the studio.
I don't know his family. I know his mom.
Me either. That's crazy. And Christopher Williams, I'll be sure said last year, I'll be sure said Christopher Williams was in a coma for 2 months too. Both of them kind of connected to,
He know what it is.
She was cooking the chicken wings. Hold on, remember?
He know what it is.
When we were doing the first Jodeci record.
I'll get me off camera, nigga. You know I do this shit.
D, I love it. Listen.
So I learned love's in my possession, and I learned love both ways. So I learned love's in my possession, and I learned love both ways. Now I've learned that I took for granted I was.
Subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, to press the notification bell.
I'm trying to tell you, okay, so we might as well get into his baby mama next, because
Welcome back to my channel. Prayers from celebrities and others have been going out for legendary R&B singer Al B. Sure after his eldest son, Albert Joseph Brown IV, also known as Al B. Sure Jr., recently revealed the 54-year-old is currently hospitalized after being in a coma.
let me get this man his flowers while I'm here.
Oh, you're good.
The announcement came amid a celebratory post the aspiring singer shared to his Instagram account, where he thanked his followers for the B-Day wishes before sharing that he had been kind and fit and in my own world. In the caption, alongside a photo gallery showing him and the Right Now singer out and about, he continued, "Pop's been hospitalized for 2 months and he just made it out. So I'm much better and ready to get back on my shit. It's time to get the fuck up, Pop. We got shit to do and countries to visit." The musician thanked his fans once again for all the concerns and worries about my family before dedicating his birthday to his famous father. "Today is my day, but this is for my Pops. All I want for him is to get out that fucking hospital. We need you, big homie. I love all of y'all and appreciate all of you and everyone I touched and shared energy with."
I'm just gonna go straight to his Instagram page. Facts, Bushmaster. I actually follow him, but I don't be on that like that. Hold on. Whatever. Take one then. This is Instagram page. Wow. Hey, Dookie. That's crazy. Nobody knew this. It says part 1. Greetings, Albies, colleagues, friends, and musical family around the world. Medical update. Images may be graphic or disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised. I will start with hashtag all praises due to Allah. I thank you for granting me life, this opportunity and platform to share my journey with those who are genuinely invested with care and concern for my health and well-being. I'm sending a personal, sincere thank you for the prayers, well wishes, and positive energy you've sent my way. This unforeseen medical roller coaster has been a complete life-changing experience, and I truly value everyday functionality like walking, talking, and breathing on my own with no assistance from medical professional or machines. Take none of the aforementioned for granted. Here's an abbreviation version of events. In early to mid July, I was in a meeting over lunch, wrapped up and proceeded back to the studio to continue working on my upcoming project. As I sat in front of the computer, I began to lose feeling of the entire left side of my body, and I fell over to the side. Fortunately, my phone was within reach and I was able to call for assistance. I remember sitting in the ER in a wheelchair and my brother, DJ Eddie F., standing next to me speaking with the security guard. It was October when I was made fully aware of what had transpired and about to start to comprehend it all. I had multiple surgeries covering everything from repairing a hematoma, hernia, to an organ transplant to be continued. A special thank you to the icon living, I'll be sure. Light, love, and light celebration. Woo! That was a lot. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. No, Red Bear, he just got out of a 2-month coma. He just fell sick. You know he was speaking out about his ex-wife, right? I'm just gonna leave that there. I know. And nobody that I've asked know about this so far. Wow. It has to be a blessing to live and tell your story. His ex-wife, I'm gonna show y'all the video of some stuff that I saw.
LB, it's your boy Snoop Dogg sending you love, prayers, and some encouragement. Keep your spirit right. Know that we praying for you. We love you, and everything's in God's hand.
Blessed to tell his story. Wow. Ooh, that man was speaking out. He was speaking out. You can't even make that up. Okay, here's part 2, y'all. So part 2, he says, images may be graphic or disturbing to some viewers. Discretion is advised. I was placed on a dialysis, accumulated excessive fluid in my lungs, fungal pneumonia. Ooh. Became a septic, removal of lymph nodes, multiple blood transfusions, was intubated, and also placed on a ventilator due to my oxygen dropping down to 20%. All mind-boggling at the least. It all just doesn't gel. I'm not the proud owner of the Chevron scar as seen in the clip where the doctor entered my chest abdominal cavity to repair my internal broken parts. Whoa. That's the best description I can give without going into unsavory, morbid sounding details. Being heavily sedated, asleep, and in a coma during a portion of my hospitalization, to learning that the amazing medical professionals were fully prepared to send me to a hospice due to the severity of my overall illness. Doctors said it just didn't look as if I'd make it through, with all going on simultaneously. Wow. Okay, there's a part 3. It's the same video, so I don't have to keep on showing it. Part 3. Thank God I'm alive, alert, gradually healing, and forever grateful for my time being extended here on God's green earth. I'm maintaining a positive mindset throughout this healing process. To be completely transparent, everything I've gone through self-perpetuated or otherwise, has shaken me to the core. But my faith and belief in the Most High has put me in check for a greater life plan moving forward, with what our Creator has in store. It has been ordained that I thrive within this second chance gift of life, being accountable to myself to achieve consistent health and wellness moving forward is on me. The responsibility, will to stay alive, be a human being, father, brother, son, social activist, and accomplish in the future will be monumental, God willing. Dang. I did not know all that. So let me go to this video right quick. It's just gonna make what we just watched seem suspect. And shout out to Tough News. Okay, so this is somebody has been talking to him about Kim Porter's final days. Who did?
What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on this topic. And I want to talk about a couple of things that have been brought to my attention in regards to the Kim Porter situation. For those of you who follow me tight, you know that I've been talking to someone that's close to the Porter family that has been putting me up on game in regards to how the Porter family feel about the passing of Kim. Now, even though I feel as though that I'm getting my information from a reliable source, I still want to protect the integrity of my platform and say that the information that I'm about to convey to you is alleged. So now that I've gotten that out the way, let's go ahead and get into it. So I've been told that Kim's family, along with a couple of Kim's friends, have a problem with the autopsy report. And the reason why that they have a problem with the autopsy report is because the autopsy report concluded that she passed away from pneumonia and that there were no drugs or alcohol found in her system. Now, one of Kim's closest friends is adamant in saying that there's no way in the hell that they didn't find any trace of drugs in Kim's system because 2 days prior, before Kim traveled to Africa, they hung out.
Now you got to pay close attention and have an open mind.
And they smoked a lot of grass, and I'm paraphrasing here, okay? And basically, she also said that when Kim was in Africa, that Kim was smoking grass in Africa too. So she was only in Africa for a couple of weeks. She was only gone for a couple of weeks between Africa and trying to find a new place to run to get away from LA and to get away from Diddy. So basically, when she passed away, that grass should have been still in her system. So either way you slice it or dice it, it seems as though they lied on the autopsy report. I mean, let's be honest here. Kim didn't need to clean her system out for anything, right? She's financially set. She doesn't have to go to a job that requires her to take a drug test. So why in the hell it wasn't in her system? So in my estimation, right, if all of this is true, it does seem that they lied on the autopsy report. Now, let's just say for the sake of their argument that they didn't want to put it out, that they did find it in her system and they was just...
Who all thought her passing was strange? I mean, people die out the blue all the time, but
trying to save face and keep her in a great light, I would say that that would be BS, because Kim Porter has a couple of photos on her Instagram page of her indulging in smoking trees. And as a matter of fact, here's a photo of Kim Porter getting down and doing what she loves to do. So it's not like she was hiding from the fact that, you know, she liked to indulge in smoking trees. She did it openly and freely. Now, if you ask me how I feel about this situation, I would say I don't think that a standard autopsy was completed. I really don't. I feel like, you know, they looked over a lot of things. I feel like Diddy gave them the blueprint and he put people in place to execute the mission. But anyway, let's move along and talk about the last and final thing in regards to Kim Porter. Now,
this man is something else. He up there with the Kardashian powerful.
Kim Porter told a close friend that she felt that Diddy had hired someone to watch her. She felt like the whole house, that mansion that she was living in, was basically wired to listen in on conversations, private conversations that she was having. She felt like Diddy had access to financial records of hers that he shouldn't have had. And she also felt that when it came to the usage of her cell phone, that Diddy had paid somebody to screen all of her calls and text messages, because Kim expressed to her friend that Diddy shouldn't have been privy to certain text messages and certain knowledge.
Her ex-boyfriend unalived himself. I think he gonna tell me. I don't know if it was before or after her.
Knowledge that, you know, was only conveyed to, you know, people through text messaging or through private phone calls that she would have on her cell phone. And that's how she felt, or that's how she knew that Diddy was definitely behind having all of her phone calls and text messages screened when it came to the usage of her cell phone. And the one thing that Kim's friend was adamant about is expressing that this all stemmed from when Kim told Diddy that she was taking the girls and she wanted to move from Los Angeles. And that's when all of these things started to occur. And also, Kim had an episode on the freeway one night when she was allegedly almost ran off the road. Now, I remember back in 2020.
It's been said her children have even been asking what about their mama, because they've been, you know, they on the social media. This got to be like the worst thing to deal with.
Or 2021, you know, her ex-husband Al B. Sure came out and basically a publication stated that Kim Porter had told him, or he felt that Kim was running from something, and he basically told Kim to contact the FBI. Now, I don't know that if the things that I just mentioned in regards to Kim Porter saying that she felt that her text messaging and phone calls were screened, and the fact that she was allegedly ran off the road and things of that nature led up to this phone call that she had with her ex-husband and Al B. Sure. But it's been communicated to me that Kim was super paranoid and she felt the urge to get out of there and to get out of there fast. Now, let me turn the music off in the background. And I want to say this before I go. And I want to be very clear. There's a certain celebrity. I know that you're watching my videos. And it's a shame that you have all of this information and you have been reluctant to come forth to help one of your best friends out. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and anything that's coming to you that does you any harm, you deserve it, because you're sitting up there with all of this information and you can break this case.
I got a feeling I know who you're talking about.
It's wide open. And I started to mention your name, but I don't want to put you in harm's way. But I know that you're watching these videos that I'm doing in regards to Kim Porter, and you're sitting on so much information, so much more information that I have to convey to my audience. And you have been reluctant to come forth and to help break open this case. You're a piece of shit. And to be quite honest, it's going to come a time.
Okay, that's his commentary. Whew. So these people are really playing God. They are really playing God. And so my last topic, because I'm gonna cut the live short, is Spice from Love and Hip Hop and Atlanta. There's a rumor that she went to the Dominican Republic and got a BBL, and now she's in a coma. I think she had a heart attack or something. Give me a sec. Okay, it says Lady Saw prays for Spice amid BBL surgery complication in DR. Minister Marion Hall, formerly Lady Saw, on Wednesday shared an alarming news that dancehall Queen Spice was in the Dominican Republic for plastic surgery, but that she had post-surgery complications and her life may be in danger. A rumor began spreading on Wednesday midday that Spice had traveled to the Spanish country, which is well known for cosmetic surgery, particularly Brazilian butt lift surgeries, and that she had a procedure done. The dancehall artist had reportedly suffered complications. Details have not been shared, and there is no official confirmation confirmation from Spice or any of the Love and Hip Hop stars management. However, Hall who was on Instagram Live conducting her Christian live show, was told by a follower about Spice, and she proceeded to pray and call prayers for the sheet artist. I don't know why her mother named her Grace, but your grace of glory has kept us. Your grace has given us chances after chances. I pray now, deliver her, Marion Hall said. It doesn't matter what she had done to me. I pray now, you know, God, as I hold my hand, I never done evil to her. I had loved her, God of glory, with pure loving heart, and I was there for her. God, and God, you be there for her now, she continued. Hall added in prayer, please, God, bring her back out of that darkness into the light. Let her shine upon her. God, strengthen her. God, give her another chance. A woman on Instagram claims that Spice had traveled to the DR for round 2 BBL, and she was released to a recovery house. One post claims that the artist was in a coma and had been in a coma for over 36 hours due to surgery complications. Spice in the past confirmed that she had a BBL, but also said that despite her weight gain, she did not want another BBL. In the meantime, fans of Spice called out Hall for being messy and blasting the news about Spice under pretensions of her concern for her well-being. Hall has been loggerheads with Spice, whom she in the past accused of doing obey on her and claiming that Spice was behind leaving her dance hall music. The women are not on good terms and had a blow up earlier this year. Okay, none of that isn't relevant. So, I also seen an article that said it was false. So I don't know, but allegedly she possibly is in a coma in the DR. They said that's the most dangerous surgery you can have. I think it punctured something. I read somewhere it was her heart. I read somewhere it was something was punctured, but at the end of the day, it's allegedly, because there are also reports that said it's not true. And the minister lady, whoever she was, did have beef with her once upon a time. So who knows? But that's about all I got to talk about for right now. Thank y'all for kicking it with me. And if something else exciting happens, I will come back.
What's up with it, La Familia? Happy Sunday. Just had to pop in real quick.
J-U-S-T-J-A-E, fake niggas free, M-O-B, first lady on the panel, just J, it's the channel. When you're watching, gon' sub, hit that like, leave a comment, respect what she all about, haters gon' walk it out, a lady be a lady, right now bitch, close your mouth, a Midwest gangster, thuggin' in the South, a princess from Chicago, ATL queen, pull up on the shoulder, she the hottest in the city, she a badass bitch, yeah, that thing sitting pretty, roll it up, light it up, we just wanna smoke and ride. If you look into her eyes, she'll leave you hypnotized. Soft spoken when she talk, don't get it twisted, get it twisted. She got lady too bold, yeah they with it, yeah they with it. What is you too street? She ain't come out here to play. Niggas like, who that is? That's my homie, just Jay.
What's up with it, La Familia?
Was I on mute, y'all? Did y'all hear me read that article? Please say yes. Well, anyway, peace out. Talk to you later.